they should fight terrorism. That is not how the government needs to fight the insecurity going on in the country. So a lot of persons have reacted to it. It's talking about this question of security, the justice, because these families that have been, if for people that are in this part of the country might not really feel the pain that has to do with banditry, for some families that have lost their loved ones to the hands of these kidnappers, to these terrorists, hearing this kind of story, this kind of news, is going to bring up this wound again. Like, this is the same persons that killed my family members, the same persons that killed my friends, that you arrested. Now you want to release them back into the society. Now we really want the government, the Katsina government, to make it make sense to us, because they wouldn't have come to clear the air. They wouldn't have come to clear the air if the letter was not leaked. They wouldn't have done that. Now that Nigerians have found out what they are planning to do, we are wondering, what is the best thing? Is this the best? Because these individuals, we are convicted, or they were facing trial for violent crimes, including murder, killing people, kidnapping people, and you want to bring them back into the society. Personally, I do not believe that there's anything like a repentant bandit. It doesn't work that way. The government is just saying it so that the citizens will feel like, okay, these ones are not going to cause any harm anymore. But we are not stupid. This has been done over the time. They said they want to, there's rehabilitation for the bandits. And at the end of it, what happens? In the northwestern states, there's insurgency, a lot of killing. It keeps happening every day. So this story, this news by the Katsina government is really is so bad. It's so bad, and we believe that the government can do better. They can do much better than what they are already doing now. This is not the best way to deal with the insecurity. This is not the best way. Although some persons say, okay, since they are going to rescue thousands of persons that have been abducted, then no problem, release them. But then when you release them, it's going to 70 persons. Do you know what it means by 70 bandits to go back to the society, into the society? And when they plan to kidnap more persons, they're going to kidnap more than the persons that they are releasing at the moment. They are going to do that. No, they are not repentant. They have other plans. Until all of them are apprehended, this insecurity will not stop in the country. It will not stop. There has been recent attacks going on in Katsina State, whereby many people killed, many people abducted. So it's really highlighting the nature of security in that state. So why the government frames the release as a tool of peace, because that is what they are saying. We are just trying to make peace with the bandits so that they release our own. And this is their request. So as they are trying to frame it as a way of peace, the whole thing is that there's a risk that comes with this. There's a risk that comes with releasing bandits. 70 of them. This is like undoing the years of law enforcement, the community protection efforts. They are deploying forest guards. And then these same persons, after apprehending them, you are sending them back to the society. No, it really does not make sense. So these victims and their families may really feel abandoned, with little hope of justice, with little hope of any compensation by the government. So it's really bad, because when we look at this, the government really needs to, what they are doing is they're just trying to prioritize the temporary peace over justice. And we know that it can create a long-term insecurity. Now, how easy will it be to abduct these terrorists again, now that you are planning to send them into the society. And then they really need to be so transparent to the citizens. Like I said before, this was they just came out to clear the air because of the leaked letter. If the letter was not leaked, we wouldn't have known the plans of that government. We wouldn't have known. So now it leads to most of these states in the northwest. We have Sokoto, we have Katsina, we have all these Kano states, all these states that are going through a lot of insecurity, that are facing this kidnapping in a high rate. We will get to the point, if this continues, they will be subject, of course, they will be subjected to the terms of the bandits. They will only yield to what they want. But that is not how it's supposed to be. So yes, we are going to let's take reaction, because like I told you, it has sparked a lot of reactions from the citizens of Nigeria. And here on X, we see this is extremely, from Nos UC, we see this is extremely unsafe and deeply concerning, especially amid the rising insecurity across Nigeria, particularly in the northwest. The Katsina state government's decision to push for the release of 70 suspected bandits, as detailed in the leaked January 2, 2026 secret letter, is being framed as a condition to sustain local peace deals so they can release them.
Okay, on that, at the end of the government should think about all these things. It's not good because it's a danger to public. This one, they're not repairing. Because when you leave them now, they go back to push and start their mission again. Start what they're doing.
Exactly.
They can never repent. They can never repent. The reason it's not good, they jail them for long. They should work for federal government for the prison there. See their handwork or just one or two things. The reason they go where is it later to transport them back to the jail or whatever? So I'm saying they should think. I'm not president should come on this, call them back, put them back to the detention or whatever. Stay there. As simple as that. Because I see that maybe this pumping of Trump pumping in Nigeria, they have killed many of them. They want to release this to occupy the space of those people they have killed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, 0706 048 58 0706 5853. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, you're welcome. Your name and your location. All right, please, can you stay away from your radio? Hello.
Yeah, I've done that.
All right, please go ahead.
Let me come on.
All right. Okay, so you two can join the conversation on 0706 048 5853. From the headline that we read this morning on the Daily Trust, we are talking about the Katsina state government planning to release over 70 bandits back into the society. And for them, they believe that it is a peace deal in a way that the bandits will also release the abducted citizens of that state. Hello, good morning. Good morning. You're welcome. Your name and your location. All right, please go ahead.
All right. I think I'm coming out. I think I'm coming out. Hello?
Hello.
I think I'm coming out clear.
Okay, yes, you are.
See, news of what the Katsina government is planning to do. A killer will always be a killer. No matter what you do, no matter on that person, a killer won't shed blood and person will continue. And anyone that releases a killer is also a killer, a murderer.
Okay.
And look, see, I don't know. We are not saying what we are saying. I'm talking. Just let the word and let God hear our voice. We are not in support. And listen to me. This one they are talking now is the one they just bring out the one they are releasing in secret,
you know they were supposed to do this one in secret as well, but then like I said, the letter was leaked. That's why people found out. Mm.
It was leaked, and the look, let me tell you now, nothing will stop them from releasing this. You know what? They will go back now. They will just go back now. The last when the whole thing is that nothing is happening again, they will release them, and they will release them in the back door. Go and do what they are doing. Understand?
Yes.
And that is why this fighting of insecurity will not stop. Will not stop. You take them, you capture them, you take them back there. What of the people they have? What of the blood of people they have shelled? They have shelled. You are not even considering it. You take them there. They are there. You say they are rehabilitated. They are ready. You still put them in army and give them army people. They will start killing the army. They will start killing the army. They will start killing the poor masses. And you see some of them wearing army camo uniform. You see, how do they with all this? How they get it? See, there's nothing you will tell me that I will not blame the government of this country. They are the complicit. They are the main people causing this. They are the main people causing this thing, and they are guiding them to do more. If you forgive this person now, the person come out, you pay it because they come out and the government start paying them salary. If you do it like that, you see another person will enter, start killing again, because the normal punishment that is supposed to be meted on this one is not done. Then you see another person will now get hurt and enter because nothing is being done to the person that committed that crime. You see it now.
Yes.
But when you face that person head to head and make you with the normal law and the hammer him, you will see fear will catch other people that want to join the group.
Exactly.
Fear will catch them. Fear will catch them. They will join it. But when you use kid growth on them, you will see other people will not take it, no problem, because they are just there doing it like a business. But I'm telling you that the blood of the market is going. And you are killing the country, because any soldier that dies is weakening the nation. Any soldier that dies is weakening the nation, because the strength of the nation is the soldier.
And the fact that we don't even have enough of them.
Yes, you see, the strength of a soldier is the strength of a soldier is the strength of the nation. And the way soldiers are dying, the nation is dying. It's killing. And remember that none of these people will bring out tomorrow and give amnesty, put them in army that they are represented as this is, that is army. The person is not army. The person is not army. You just give power to the monsters to continue to work. And you just promoted the person, the killer, the terrorist. You just promoted him in a high place and giving him government backup and continue killing. You have given him government backup to start killing. Will you arrest that person again? The person you put there now, I do not endanger the life of the main soldiers that government employs to secure the nation. You have endangered them. Are you seeing it? You have endangered them, because the killer will always be a killer. A murderer is always a murderer. And there's no, see, there is no dependency on this, and God gave it well. Blood, shedding of blood is a very powerful thing. If God don't use ice to keep blood at all, these people have killed many people. What of the family they killed their loved ones? You are not talking of that. You are not. What of the other ones in IDP camp? I thought this government is going on settling those people in IG camp to make sure that they come back to their various homes. I thought that's what they will be doing to make the life of those people living there meaningful. If you go that place, you shed tears. If you go that, you will cry, because you imagine you leaving your house, hanging in the bush, no food, nothing. You are there in the making of the people that bring anything they bring. They will just share it. Listen, it's a hell. Then the government, the people that put them that place, they are still considering for bringing them back to the issue.
Mm.
It's a total issue. Now, the people that they put in the IDP, the vulnerable ones, they put there, they are not even considering or working on how to make them go in their various homes, and those communities that they tax those people are still a hell, a war zone up to today. A war zone up to today. You have not done anything by bringing peace, by subduing them in those communities. Those people you capture there, you are still want to bring them out. Then we need the criticism. It will not stop.
It will not.
It will not stop at all.
Yes. All right.
They will continue recycling it. It will not stop.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because of time, so just thank you so much. All right. All right. Okay, yes, the issue is that, yes, there are lots of, just like you pointed out, there are lots of persons in the IDP, and this comes, and the environment is nothing to write home about compared to where they were living before the insurgency, before the kidnapping and all the killing that has gone on in their various localities. And the issue is that the government, we say that there's not enough money to be able to handle this. But here we are talking about, on the next headline that I read on the Trust paper, that said that 1.07 billion voted for Tinubu and Shetima's residences, the renovation. What are they renovating with 1.7 billion naira? And the report says that over 3 years, they've used 18.4 billion to renovate President Tinubu and the Vice President's the residences. With the issue, we keep saying that there's no money in the country, and yet some of this money keeps going into some things that are really not that useful for the economy. So yes, the phone lines are still open on 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning. Good morning, you're welcome. Your name and your location. Okay, we can hardly hear you. Can you speak up, please? Okay, please do have to call back on 0706 048 5853. I think the network where you are is very bad, so we still like to hear your opinion on what you think about what is going on in the country. Hello, good morning. Okay. Okay, we would like you to speak up, please.
Because of the Lord, we're supposed to, by now, not as supposed to be some of these people, call them unconscionable, that this what they are doing is total condemnation. We have no evidence that we can tune up and then spoke, then very speaking to them. We can use our language to speak with them. This is what they are doing is wrong.
Okay.
No any nation can grow away in it. Let them not keep. People perish. So let us come together as a one Nigeria to sympathize against to put a team in fact. It's not even there for Quran, it's not even there in the Bible. That one is condemnation.
Thank you so much. All right, 0706 048 5853. Okay, let's move to the Punch newspaper. On the Punch, we see INEC faces legal aid over missing 55.9 billion naira 2019 election funds. And this is on the page 24 of the Punch newspaper. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yes, we can hear you now. Oh, the network where you are is very bad. You can as well send a text message or a WhatsApp message on 0706 0485853, so we get your reaction, your opinion on what you are trying to say. All right, so why we are at it, we are talking on still on Punch newspaper. INEC faces legal hits over missing 55.9 billion naira 2019 election funds, and like I said, is on the page 24. So the socio-economic rights and the accountability project has moved to hold the Independent National Electoral Commission accountable over what it calls mismanagement of funds. And this is, we are talking about 55.9 billion naira. This was the funds allocated to them for the 2019 election. For me, I think they should bring the former INEC chairman to answer the claims. He needs to answer it, because Professor Mahmoud Yakubu was the one in charge, and as at 2019, and I believe he has better explanation to all these claims. So they said that the money was intended for essential election materials, including the smart card readers, the ballot papers, and the result sheets. But then, according to them, they are saying that it was not managed properly. It wasn't managed properly by those that were in 2019. This has been a long time though, but I also believe in accountability. Whether you are in office or you are out of office, whenever they do the audits, they should hold those people that were in charge, or those people that are currently in charge, hold them accountable so they can answer to the question. Nobody is above the law, right? All right, so let's see more on the Punch newspaper. We see Chimamanda's solicitors write Lagos. The hospital doctor suspended. Chimamanda's solicitors write Lagos hospital. Doctor suspended. And this is on the page 45 of the Punch newspaper. So the renowned author Chimamanda Adichie and her partner have initiated legal action against Uracare Multi-Specialist Hospital in Lagos after the death of their 21-month-old son. It's a very unfortunate situation, whereby, but I don't know, because if I'm Chimamanda Adichie, with the system of the health sector in the country, she's someone that doesn't really live in the country. I wouldn't bring my child, considering the kind of severe sickness that the son was facing. I wouldn't bring my child to be treated in a Nigerian hospital. We see most of the Nigerians, especially the politicians and every other person, the wealthy ones, fly out of the country to treat their loved ones, their children, themselves. And then we see this kind of situation happening for a 21-month-old child losing his life. And they claim that it was because of negligence of the hospital, the doctors. The doctor has been, the Lagos state government confirmed the suspension of the doctor that was involved, even as the investigation has continued. So the story behind this is that the child had been referred to Uracare for critical diagnostic procedures, including an MRI and central line insertions in preparation for medical evacuation to the United States. So the thing is that they just came here. They came for holiday. You know, the same way some persons came down for Christmas holiday, for New Year holiday. That is how they came. And this child had been receiving treatment abroad. But because of they are in Nigeria, and I believe they must have trusted the hospital, but then this happened to them. This is the case whereby they say that Nigeria happened to you. When are we going to stop using that term? Because it keeps happening. A lot of persons are losing their lives, something that could have been avoided. Something that could have avoided. Now, this case is very unfortunate. And you are still listening to Volt 104.3 FM. This is High Voltage, your weekday news analysis show. Remember that you can still join the conversation on 0706 048 5853. So you can let us know what you think. And because for the issue of the negligence of some of the medical doctors that we have, some of the nurses, it didn't start today. It didn't start yesterday. It's something that has been happening over time. People are losing their lives because some of the doctors do not care. Now the term, because I'm using some, because there are some good persons, there are some good doctors, there are some that know what they are supposed to be doing in the hospital, that know their job. But then there are some that do not really understand what they are meant to do. We look at the Nigerian healthcare system, we cannot even trust to be treated in the healthcare, the hospitals. We cannot trust the doctors to treat us, the nurses to treat us. And they keep proving it by all the news, all the stories that we keep hearing in the country. The nonchalant attitude of some of the medical professionals. It is very, very bad. Now, the Medical Association they're not in support of the legal backing, the legal that the Chimamanda Adichie and the husband. They are not in support of that. But then, yes, we need to understand there needs to be investigation. Let us understand what led to the death of this child. And anybody that is found responsible, involved in it, should be called to book. Because maybe it might help some of them to understand that you are dealing with lives. You are dealing with someone's child. You are dealing with someone's family member. So you need to be careful. Because some of them one thing is that some of them treat other people like it's not their business. I would like to urge the doctors, the nurses, that the same way you would have treated your family member, that is the same way you should treat other people that have been entrusted in your care. Because we know on our own we cannot treat them. So we bring them to an expert. Why do they have to die if it could have been avoided? If you had done your job properly, some of these lives, some of these persons would not have lost their lives. So there has to be an investigation. There should be an investigation into the matter. Because when these safety protocols, when they are not followed, when they are not strictly followed, the consequences are very fatal. It is. So it is, considering what we have seen. It leads to death, it leads to any other more complications. So they need to start taking people's life very serious. That is our call to the health professionals. All right, let's see more on this day newspaper. We see governors celebrate Armed Forces Remembrance Day. So because of time, we just run through the headlines so you have an idea of some of the things that are going on in the country. So on this day's newspaper, we see governors celebrate Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Hail Tinubu's devotion. All right, on Rivers State, Wike says, I had no pact with Tinubu on 2023 election. Had no pact with Tinubu on 2023 election. All right, on Vanguard newspaper, we see local government accounts. Osun files charges against bank officials. Hearing holds January 30th. Tinubu broke education pacts, abandoned students abroad. Atiku alleges that Tinubu broke education pacts, abandoned students abroad. All right, on the Vanguard, we see NMA faults media trial over Chimamanda's son's death. And again on Rivers Crisis, we see why I said dogs are barking, Fubara. All right, this is on the main headline on the Vanguard newspaper, and it's on the page 5 if you want to take a closer look at what it's talking about. It says, why I said dogs are barking, Fubara. And under it we see, Tinubu can sack me if I can no longer offer anything. Wike says Tinubu can sack me if I can no longer offer anything. There's a plot to stop legislative proceedings, Rivers Assembly. Okay, let's take our last paper. That's the Nation newspaper. Says, alleged arms discovery. Malami faces DSS probe. Alleged arms discovery. Malami faces DSS probe. This is, he has been going through a lot recently, from the mismanagement of funds now to the arm discovery that was discovered in his place, in his house. So this is a story of the immediate past Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Malam Abubakar Malami.